everyone, hope you're doing amazing today. We're doing really well, thank you. My name is Carolina Fonseca Jimenez. I focus on doing children's books that promote love, unity, and peace. And as you know, we also interpret dreams. The reason that we interpret them is because when we do, we are connecting with our subconscious, and even more importantly, when we share them, we connect with one another on a more profound level. So guys, before we get into our dream interpretation, we're interpreting 2 dreams, by the way. I want to thank you, okay? Yesterday was my birthday, so I am another year wiser, another year older, and I just want to thank you. You guys have sent me some beautiful messages and some beautiful videos about my birthday. So thank you very much for sending those. They mean so much to me. And I also want to let you know that it means so much to me that you're a part of our Dream Circle community, because when you share your dreams with us, you're literally sharing something that's in your subconscious. You're literally sharing information that is provided to you by this universe. So by you sharing it with us, we are connecting on a profound level, and we are just sharing so much amazing information, right, that we don't really do on an everyday basis. So it really does mean a lot to me and to the rest of our community members here and Lupita Inspires. So thank you very, very much. So that's that. But also, I want to let you know, we are working tirelessly on our book, Lupita and Her Magical Dreams. We've come across a little bit of a hiccup, so it won't be ready by December. So bummer on that, but that's totally fine because it's going to be ready in the time that is perfect for the book, okay? So hopefully it'll be out in January or so. I will keep you posted on that. Richard has been working really hard on it, and we're just so happy to have him on our team. And remember, guys, whenever the book comes out is wonderful. The universe will make sure that it comes out at the perfect time anyways. I am just very thankful that I have the opportunity to do the book. So, all right, that is that. Now, let's get into the dream interpretations. I love doing dream interpretations, as you know. And this one dream came from one of our dreamer friends. He's very cool. He is constantly having dreams, and I'm just so glad that he sent this one in because it'll really help us get like a full picture of what a healing dream looks like, okay? So let's go ahead and get started. This dreamer says that in his dream, he saw this huge serpent, okay? This huge serpent just like came out of the ground, right? The serpent came out of the ground, and he at first was just observing the situation. And when it came out, it attacked his dog, okay? So it attacked his dog at first. Then after it attacked his dog, it was like coming at them again. It was him and his family now, and it was trying to attack his son. When it was trying to attack his son, we know that the dreamer said he was very angry. He felt anger. So then at that point, he attacked the snake and actually killed it. Okay. This dream is very cool because it lets us know that our particular dreamer, he was going through a very tough situation, a very difficult situation where he felt that he was being attacked. Okay, we know this because the serpent literally is attacking him. And like we've talked about before, guys, whenever we dream of an animal that's attacking us, a lot of the time it's a representation of someone we actually know in our waking life, okay? All we have to do is look at the feelings associated with this particular animal, reflect it outward into our waking life, and then we can determine who in our waking life is promoting these feelings, who in my waking life is making me feel in such a way, okay? So we know that this dreamer was going through a situation like that. Now, it could be a whole situation because the serpent was so huge, right? Whenever you dream of like a huge, huge animal, it lets us know that either this person or this situation in your life is like, it's like a huge problem to you. You're seeing it as a very huge problem because of its mass in the dream. And then whenever the serpent attacks your dog, we know that it attacked like a very core part of you, okay? It attacked someone or something in you and in your family that you trusted deeply, okay? Because the dog represents purity, love, connection, trustworthiness, and guidance, okay? So we know that whoever this person was or whatever the situation was hurt you profoundly, okay? It really hurt you profoundly. And then whenever they were trying to attack again, you reacted with anger and you're like, oh no, this is not happening again. And you actually killed a snake. That part is completely wonderful, and I'll tell you why. It doesn't sound like it's wonderful because you're killing, but actually it's a very good thing in the dream world because you're letting this situation know and you're letting your subconscious know that I give people an opportunity, right? The dreamer gives people an opportunity. The reason that we know this is because the snake comes out. Okay, it's a huge snake. It's already looking kind of weird, but the dreamer doesn't do anything about it. The dreamer is simply observing. He's like, okay, what's going on? I'm going to give you an opportunity to show me what you're about. Well, it attacks his dog. Okay, it hurts him, it hurts his family, it attacks the dog. And when that happens, the dreamer's like, okay, not cool. And then the snake is coming again to attack his son. On the second time, the dreamer's like, not having it. sometimes what happens is that in a dream, we allow this snake to attack, but the dreamer's like, no, like I learned from this one time, I see what you're trying to do and you're not doing it again to me. You're not hurting me or my family. So I'm going to stop you in your tracks right now. So the dreamer is taking creative action within the dream. That is magical, because when he takes this creative action, he is killing this huge ginormous snake, and he's sending a huge message to his subconscious and to his higher self, and that is saying that I'm not going to allow this person or this situation to hurt me any longer. I am done with it. You're not hurting me, you're not hurting my family. And it's the most magical thing, because a lot of the time we allow this pain to continue, but he is in a state of empowerment. He is in a state of creativity, and we know this is going to reflect in his waking life, because when you practice this kind of creativity in your dream world, it's going to reflect outward, because you're practicing it in the most subconscious state of your being. Okay, so now we know that this dreamer, even though he's gone through this very tough situation of being harmed or being hurt, feeling that hurt from another person, maybe someone that's very close to him, he gave them an opportunity, but then with the second time of them trying to hurt him, he's like, no, we're not going to do this again. So he is defending himself and he is defending his family. So we know that this dreamer is very creative and is feeling very empowered right now. So I want to thank you for sending in your dream, because it's letting us know that you're able to close that circle. This is a very healing dream and a very healing kind of expression of what's going on in your subconscious, okay? Because although you were attacked at the beginning, you took creative action. You killed that serpent that was harming you, and you closed that loop completely, okay? And that is going to reflect in your waking life. So guys, remember that if you're not able to do this kind of thing in your dream world, in your dream state, because you can't have a lucid dream at this moment, you can always take action in your waking life. All you have to do is reflect it outward. Who in your waking life reminds you of this particular animal? In this situation, a serpent. Who reminds you of this, okay? Now that you know who this person is, you can take several steps of action, okay? One of the things that you can do is you can simply say, you know what? This person right now is in a state of negativity. They're in a state of trying to harm others around them, and I don't want anything to do with that. So I'm simply going to just let them be out of my life, okay? This goes back to one of the videos where we talked about like toxic people. And really the reality of it is like there's no one that's toxic. There are not bad people. There are just people that are in a situation where they're allowing that negative energy to fill them. Just like you can allow wonderful, loving energy to fill you, you can also allow this negative and heavy energy to fill you as well, okay? Now, we're not here to judge the person that is harming. We are simply here to say that because this person is operating out of a place of hate, out of negativity, and out of fear, because at the bottom of that is fear. They're insecure, okay? They're insecure, that's why they're attacking, okay? Because they're operating in such a way, this energy doesn't serve me, because I want to be in a state of love, unity, and peace. So because I see that this person is not, we simply will have to let them be, so that way they can grow and be their own person. Just like I have to grow and be my own person and be in a state of love, I have to allow them to do the same. Okay, so this simply means that at this point in time, we are not meant to be together. We are not meant to, mingle or whatever. We're not meant to do this, because this person is not aligned with themselves and they are not aligned with the energy of love. And I am surrounding myself with people that have the same loving energy that I do, or that are growing into that. Okay, so we simply have to allow this person to grow on their own. This doesn't mean that months later, years later, we can't reconnect. We can certainly reconnect. But the thing is that at that point, you will be in a more loving state. You will be in a healed state. So when you see them again, it'll be like you're seeing them for the first time, okay? Because remember, guys, just like we're allowed to change, just like you and I are allowed to become better people, more loving people, just like we're allowed to forgive ourselves, we have to allow other people to do the same. Okay, because we are all able to become more loving beings. We just have to give ourselves time to do so, and we have to give ourselves space to do so, and allow others to have that same time and that same space. Okay, so this is actually very cool, because it leads us to our other dreams. The other dreams that have been sent in to us this week have been a lot about like cars and driving. Okay, you'll see how these two connect once we start interpreting, but just give me one moment. This beautiful little teacup was actually a gift from somebody, so thank you so much. It's very cute, and it has our little butterfly. That's our favorite, so thank you very much. Okay guys, these next dreams are about driving your car. Okay, as you know, whenever you're driving a car in your dream, especially like just on a regular highway, or anything like that, it's simply a representation of how you're currently running your life, how you're currently driving your life, okay? So If you see that you're the one driving, that's good. Lets us know that you're in control of your life. Now, depending on how you're driving, if you're driving really, really fast down this highway, it's letting us know that you're rushing through life, right? You're not taking time to enjoy, smell the flowers, smell the roses. You're not doing any of that. You're just literally like, gotta get done, gotta get this over with, right? So if you're driving very fast, you can see that that can be your interpretation. Of course, depending most of all on how you're feeling during the dream, okay? If you're feeling excited and exhilarated while you're going fast, it's simply letting you know that you're living your life like that. You're like full throttle excitement right now. And that's not a bad thing. That's just a reflection of how you're living your life. Now, if you're driving your car and you're driving super slow and like maybe you're bothered by how slow you're driving, that simply lets you know that right now you feel like you're kind of sluggish in life. You're not really advancing like you'd like to see yourself advancing, and you're getting frustrated with yourself, right? But if you're driving slow like that and you're having a good time and you're happy about it, that's letting us know that this is a good pace for you. Right now, going slow is okay. Can you see how these different feelings that you have during the dream help with the interpretation? It's all about how you're feeling, okay? But now let's look at this dream a little more generally for all of those that have had dreams of them driving the car and then someone else driving the car for them. So whenever this happens, guys, it lets us know that at one point you were driving your life, you were in control of your life, okay? But if somebody else takes the wheel, it's letting us know that you've given up that control and you've allowed this person to drive your car, to drive your life for you, okay? So this is what happens when we have a dream like this, okay? It simply lets us know that that's how we're operating our waking life. Okay, now what ends up happening is that when we let other people drive our life, you know, kind of tell us what to do, where to go, that kind of thing, it can turn into something very exhausting, okay? And oftentimes, like some of the dreamers have sent in that they got frustrated about this. They were like, why is this person trying to run my life? Why is this person trying to tell me what to do? Why are they doing this, and that, right? It gives us those kinds of questions. But guys, the thing of it is that the question that we should be asking is, why am I allowing them to run my life? Why am I allowing them to tell me where to go, what to do, who to be with? Why am I allowing that? That's the bigger question of all, okay? It's so easy for us to feel like a victim in those situations, okay? I know I've been there before where we feel that others are trying to do things to us, trying to attack us, okay? But I've also learned that when we take the victim role, we're not empowered by it. We can't make changes by it. Why? Because we feel like things are happening to us. Okay, that takes our power away. So instead, guys, this dream of someone driving your car for you is simply a wake-up call. It's letting us know that, you know what? You're not in control anymore. You've allowed this person to have too much control over you and your life. It's time to take the wheel back. It's time to put my life in my own hands again. That's what this dream is trying to tell us, okay? So remember, when we interpret a dream, we want to make sure we interpret it with loving energy. If you look at this dream with fearful energy, with anxiety and all of that, you're not going to interpret it correctly. You're going to interpret it out of fear and you're not going to grow from it. So we have to move to a place, of neutrality, and then from that, move on to the energy of love. And then we interpret it with loving energy, okay? Because oftentimes we can look at a dream like this and we can be like, they're running my life. Oh my gosh, what am I going to do? I feel like I'm out of control, blah, 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 blah. You know, you start going down this like hole of like, I'm the victim, what's going to happen? But no, okay? When we interpret it with loving energy, we simply know that yes, we've allowed someone to take control of my life. We've allowed someone to take control of the things that I do or don't do, but I've allowed it, okay? That's powerful right there. If you've allowed that, you can easily change that. Okay, now that I know that my subconscious feels that I've given too much power to this person, it's time for me to wake up and be like, okay, you know what? Not anymore. I'm done with this. I need to take control back. I need to drive my own car. I need to drive my own life. I need to make my own decisions. Okay. This takes us back to the dreamer that sent in his dream earlier with the snake, right? In his dream, he did a full circle. He killed the snake right in its tracks. He's like, forget it. I gave you a first opportunity. The second one, you're trying to hurt me again. Forget it. Like, not doing that. Okay? So this dream about driving, similar thing, because even though we've allowed this person to take control over our lives, we have made that decision. So we can easily change that. okay? But it takes practice. We can do it in our waking life or we can do it in our dream state. It's up to you. If you're able to have a lucid dream and have control of this, simply take control of the wheel again and start driving your car, go wherever you'd like. Because if you can do that, that same creative energy is going to reflect in your waking life. When someone else tries to come into your life and tries to control you, whether this has been for years, months, whatever, however long it's been, however long you've allowed this person to take control over your life and your well-being, doesn't matter how long it's been, but as soon as that light bulb goes off in your head and you're like, you know what, this is my choice, like why am I allowing this to happen? That gives you the control back. So don't be angry about it, don't be frustrated about it. On the contrary, accept it with love and be like, wow, thank goodness that my subconscious has given me this message, but now what am I going to do with this information? Because obviously it's bothering me so profoundly that I have to make changes, whether that's in my waking life or my dream state, but they're going to reflect anyways, okay? And remember guys, there are not these toxic people like we talk about, okay? There are just people that have allowed themselves to go down a track of just negative energy and sad energy. And really, whenever people go down this track, it's simply because they're not loving themselves, okay? They're in a place of insecurity, they're in a place of fear. Whenever you run your life with fear, there's insecurity underneath, there's anxiety underneath, there's like, I'm not enough underneath. There are all these heavy things underneath the fear, okay? So we cannot even judge a person that comes out of here because it's like, you know, they're in a place of fear. They're not being themselves. They're not being their loving selves that they are. Everybody has the opportunity and the ability to be a loving human being, okay? But it takes practice. It takes practice and it takes being conscious every single day of ourselves, okay? Just like me and you, just like we can change, just like we can become more loving individuals, other people can do it too. But like we talked about before, we have to allow them time and we have to allow them space to do it. Okay, it doesn't mean that I have to allow them to treat me in a bad way while they're doing it. Because see, that's on me. I take control of my own life. I take control of my car when I'm driving in my dream, right? That's what we're practicing, guys. We're practicing being in control of our car. We are practicing being in control of ourselves, okay? Mind, body, soul, all of it, okay? Just like we allow others to do it, we have to allow the same for ourselves, all right? So guys, this week, that is what we're going to practice. We are going to learn from the dreams that have been sent in from our dreamer community. We're going to remember that although other people may be operating out of a different frequency, out of a frequency of fear, that's okay. Allow them to grow, allow them to figure it out. But I'm going to move myself to a state of love, okay? Because that's where I want to operate from. That's where I want to live. That's what I want to do with my life. So we will continue to practice moving into our state of love, right? Because we know that whenever we are in love, unity, and peace with ourselves, that is the energy we share with other people. That is what I can give you. I can only give that to you if I have it within me. Okay, so this week we practice that continuously. I send you a big hug. I send you love, unity, and peace, and we will be in contact. Bye, guys.